Alright, so I finally feel like I've gotten a little bit of my energy back. So I've been kind of tinkering with the mill a little bit more. Last night I started, or I got back into the tap wrench project a little bit also, so maybe I've got just enough time to get it finished, but after messing with it for a little while, I kind of wanted to work with this over here. So the last time I was out here messing with this thing, this particular piece here was just locked up solid on the shaft. So I finally figured out how to disassemble this whole thing, and I got it heated up and freed up and moving and whatnot. So this will actually move the two, I don't know if you'd call them the trips that actually trip this lever up here. Anyways, it moves those in and out, which the purpose of tripping that, if I get this tightened up here real quick, is it's a tool lift for this clapper box assembly. So eventually I want to get this situated to operate correctly. It's not critical right this minute, but it's just one of those random things that I kind of felt like tinkering with last night. So I just kind of learned to just go with the flow. If I feel like working on something, work on that, ignore the other stuff. But here's the one good trip. The other one is broken right down the middle. So what I'm contemplating doing is making a replacement for it out of this big piece of bronze that I've got. So it's going to take most of the bronze, and I'm going to try and cut it down the middle as needed with the bandsaw, so that I don't waste a ton of it. But I'll probably be drafting this matching or opposite piece out over the next few days. So I'll try to get you guys a little bit of camera time on that particular project. But I've got these moving freely now, or freer, I should say. There it is. It also feels like there's a little bit of a bend in the shaft, but I think just having these loosened up is a big thing. That's going to help tremendously right there. So anyways, I've got all that disassembled, and I can't really put any of it together until I have the new trip mechanism or trip lever built. So I'll probably put all this stuff in a box, set it aside, and I'll work on that in the course of whatever, weeks, months, because like I said, it's not something that's horribly important at the moment. The other thing that I want to kind of show you guys a little bit is this guy here can be rotated. So you rotate it to where you need it and then lock it down with this. So they're either calling this whole assembly a clapper box, or they're calling just this part here the clapper box. I'm not crystal clear on that just yet. One thing that is missing that I've not seen in any of the pictures so far is this threaded hole right here. It looks like it's 1 inch, 16 threads per inch. There's something that goes in there that almost looks like a drill chuck, and I assume it's made to hold tooling, or one of the ways that it's made to hold tooling. So unfortunately I can't find any photographs, any good photographs, like modern pictures of anybody having one of those devices, because I'd kind of like to mimic it. I'd like to build a reproduction of it. I don't know how practical it actually is to use, but in the meantime, what I'm thinking about doing is producing a lantern to go in here so that I can get, you know, something operating kind of like the shaper does. The other thing I'll show you real quick is, you can see the threads up in there, and this is the mechanism that actually trips, or that actuates it when it trips. But it also looks like it's made to carry a tool right there. So anyways, I just noticed the slot. I have to figure out what its purpose is. So that's it for this one. I'll get back to you guys later.